The Group 7 trend on TikTok began reportedly when a creator published several videos labeled Group 1 to 7, and the seventh video unexpectedly went viral. What began as a glitch or test turned into a cultural ritual. Thousands of videos referencing Group 7. You're in Group 7. If you see this, you belong to Group 7. While I cannot cite empirical data for every user or region, anecdotal observation suggests that on TikTok, it has become very hard to scroll without encountering a Group 7 style video, or at least a variant, meaning the trend is highly visible and pervasive. Why it fits the dopamine mass hysteria model. Novelty's unpredictability. The idea of being chosen by an algorithm or trend taps novelty and unpredictability. Key triggers for dopamine reward loops. Minimal investment, high reward. The user watches a short video, gets the "you're in" message, perhaps makes a stitched or duetted copy. The barrier is low, the reward feeling special is high. Social contagion. Because so many people see it, the trend spreads. The more one sees people referencing it, the more one feels you might also be a part of it. That imitates the social contagion seen in mass psychogenic phenomena. Algorithmic reinforcement. The platform's algorithm senses engagement, views, shares, comments, and therefore may push similar content to more users, reinforcing the cycle. Meaning generation from randomness. Users assign significance. You belong to Group 7, you've been chosen, to what is likely an algorithmic accident, yet the belief persists because the brain craves story and belonging. Implications. Because the trend appears ubiquitous, hard to scroll without encountering it, we can expect several outcomes. Some users become annoyed or fatigued by the repetition or the meaningless nature of the content and may block creators, mute the trend, or even leave the platform. Others may dive deeper into the trend, producing more videos, joining the believers, thereby reinforcing the loop and increasing the visibility further. Creators who recognize the engagement potential may exploit the phenomenon, either by flooding content with similar your chosen memes or by creating variants that mimic the style to generate followers and views, effectively exploiting a glitch for gain. Should TikTok let this trend run or should they intervene? Arguments for intervention. Platform health and user retention. If users become annoyed or disaffected by repetitive, meaningless viral trends, they may reduce usage or leave the platform, harming engagement metrics long term. Ethical concerns. When trends exploit dopamine loops and lead to compulsive behavior or degrade user experience, platforms have a responsibility. Research shows social media can activate the same circuits as addictive substances. Stanford Medicine. Exploitation risk, a glitch that can be replicated, means creators might manufacture similar chosen or secret group content repeatedly, saturating the platform and possibly degrading trust or value for users. Quality of network. If meaningful content is crowded out by shallow viral loops, the platform risks becoming less valuable in terms of information, connection, or creativity. Arguments against intervention. Free expression and virality. Virality and meme culture are part of what makes social media vibrant. Some users enjoy the absurdity and participation in trends. Algorithmic neutrality challenges. It's difficult and perhaps inappropriate for a platform to determine which trends are meaningful versus nonsense. Intervention could lead to accusations of censorship or bias. Engagement incentive. From a business perspective, viral trends boost engagement. Platforms may be reluctant to disturb what appears to work in terms of user activity. My take. Given the evidence, I believe platforms like TikTok should monitor and perhaps moderate the spread of such glitch-driven trends when they reach saturation and begin to degrade user experience or encourage manipulative behavior. Letting a trend run unchecked when it exploits dopamine loops and becomes essentially meaningless runs the risk of decreasing the platform's long-term value and also raising ethical concerns. In the case of Group 7, given how pervasive it appears to be, impossible to scroll without seeing these videos, the platform may face a backlash, users annoyed or blocked, creators gaming the system, and the feed filled with low-quality viral noise. This is not necessarily the platform's best outcome. Conclusion. We live in an era where algorithms, dopamine, and social contagion converge. The concept of mass hysteria has shifted from the town square to the For You feed. When a trend like Group 7 emerges, driven by randomness, then turned into ritual and belonging, it becomes a real-world example of how neurobiology and social media design interact to produce large-scale behavior. Platforms face a choice: allow these trends to self-replicate or intervene to ensure they serve value rather than simply exploitation of users' brain wiring. The evidence suggests that ignoring the issue may erode both user well-being and platform integrity over time.